What about these other trailers?
Man, let's talk about another Wakanda Forever trailer just dropped. But I want to talk about this Super Mario Brothers trailer right quick.
It went hard. There we go.
Oh,
It
Lord.
went hard. It went hard. It went hard. It went hard. It went hard, bro.
The
It went hard up until I heard Mario's voice.
Thank you.
Listen.
Thank you. But let's start from the top. Because we gonna get to Mario as we gonna get to Chris Pratt as Mario. But let's just start from the top. Illumination makes great animation to begin with. If you ever watched Despicable Me, if you ever seen any of the Minions movie, like their animation is top tier. To see them adapt Super Mario to it, I feel like I was talking to you, Ryan, but it felt like it was still us watching a game. Like, when they make games into movies and you could clearly tell, like, this is a movie. Like, this was like the smoothest transition from video game to movie.
It looked like a 4K Mario game on the PS5, Xbox Series X with a great Samsung LG TV showing it to you. Like, it looked fantastic.
Yeah. And the opening scene was like silly, like how they make children's adaptations and stuff, and it just becomes overly silly because they're trying to pander to children.
Yeah.
I'm talking to you, Teen Titans Go. But this here, the way that when they started it with the penguins fighting Bowser, that jump was so funny to me.
It was, bro. It was funny and fun just to even watch it, bro.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
What kind of battle would you imagine between penguins and Bowser? And like, in all seriousness, like we're finna throw these snowballs. Then somebody showed up with an ice cube, and then Bowser's just sitting there like, "Are y'all for real?"
and he hit that little flamethrower Pokemon attack on their castle. I was like, that was cold. That was cold, bro. That was cold.
Like, and then move past the awe of the Bowser versus Penguin scene, and we get a look at Mario. And then we hear Mario. And he just sounds like Chris Pratt. Like,
Hey. Like, this I'm gonna be the one to say it. This trailer would have been a 10 if he sounded Italian. I gotta give it like a 9.75999.
I'm on the borderline of if we had to hear Chris Pratt do an Italian accent, and if it was the worst, most offensive Italian accent we've ever heard, then I would have been like, you could have just talked as yourself. But then I hear him talk as himself. So
and it doesn't fit.
I don't know which side to choose.
Listen, bro. Are there not any good Italian voice actors? Like, if they told me they just couldn't find one, I'll be like, okay, y'all did what y'all could do. But it was perfect up until then. That's why I kind of was like,
it's the funniest thing to me is that everybody had this idea in their head of what they want Mario to sound like, but we don't hear Mario talk a lot. Like, we hear him make sound effect noises, and we're basically Chris Pratt's voice acting after the 3 sounds. Like, what's that RDC? RDC World skit when they was like, Mario, you don't talk. You say 3 words. Yippee!
I think it was Game House. Yeah, yippee! Mamma mia!
He said, you don't talk. You say something like, yippee! Woohoo! and that's the only piece of audio we have from Mario. And we see Chris Pratt say like 10 words, and it's like, nah, bro. We need you to sound like that. Woohoo! We saw
But the thing is, bro, let's just be real, bro. Let's just be real. Once this movie drop, if Chris Pratt jump off a mushroom and he say, woohoo, I'm gonna be upset, bro. I'm gonna be upset. He gotta hit the woohoo.
He should stay away from all trademark Mario phrases. I don't want to hear "here we go." I don't want to hear woohoo.
Here we
I don't want to hear
go.
yippee. I don't want to hear that whoa when he died.
I don't need to hear that. It's me, Mario.
I don't want to
need
hear
to hear
that.
none of that. It's me,
It's
Mario.
me, Mario. I don't want to hear that. Like, other than the fact that Mario looks and sounds like Chris Pratt, I think the movie overall is going to be really good.
Mm-hmm.
And I can't wait to see all the characters, bro. Like, for the fact that they showed us Dry Bones and Luigi at the end. Did we see Donkey Kong? I can't remember.
No, we haven't seen Donkey Kong yet. The characters that they showed was Bowser, Mario, Toad, Dry Bones, and Luigi. We still haven't seen Princess Peach or Donkey Kong. Based on the promo flyer that they put out, we did get our first look at Goombas. We saw paratroopers. Yeah. What's the guy? Nameek, whatever, the little turtle guy that does the magic and stuff. Yeah. We saw him. So they showed us a lot of like usual Mario elements. We just haven't seen anybody else. Now, I wonder if they're gonna put a Yoshi in this movie.
They kind of got to.
Yeah.
I mean, they don't. But I mean,
they don't have to. But it would complete the formula.
For the old school Mario fans, I gotta see Mario riding on a Yoshi. If they don't do it, I'm not gonna be upset. But like, if the movie's just great, like this trailer,
I don't know.
However, I don't know if you guys have seen or not that people were complaining about Mario not being double cheeked up.
Bro, when I seen that, I was like, out of everything in that whole poster, y'all mad because the man ain't got no booty?
Y'all body shaming. Y'all body shaming. Do not body shame my Mario.
Like out of all the things to point out in the poster, like we could have talked about Peach's castle. We could have talked about the Goombas, the paratroopers, the Toad.
The colors.
Y'all looking at that man, what?
But that's literally the perfect example of you can't please everybody. Because I'm looking at this like, okay, everything at least looks perfect. And there's like, y'all mad but his ass.
But his booty though, like where his cheeks at? Girl, what? You don't even see his cheeks in Super Smash Brothers. Do y'all know do y'all know how intricate the designs are for Super Smash Brothers? Like they really be making Mario's overalls look like Levi denim overalls. And that man ain't got no booty in that. So why y'all mad about
why y'all mad now?
I forgot about that, Ralph. I'm glad you brought that up. Because they was really upset that man ain't have 2 booty cheeks to his name in that poster.
Push those people to the side. Don't worry about them.
Like, if you come in to see a 2D animated characters, 3D animated characters' booty cheeks, I feel like you worried about the wrong thing.
They thinking Mario built like Yoichi or something. Like, leave him alone.
Like, if y'all want to go... The funniest thing ever is if they put Wario in this movie and they give Wario butt and they don't give Mario butt. That's going to be funny.
That's going to be funny.
Wario ain't have butt. He had belly.
He had butt. Every Wario... Yes, because every Wario idol... is him doing something with his butt.
Mm-hmm. You're right. When he'll do that fart move, he did have some cheeks. You're right.
That's what I'm saying. Like every idol for Wario is something to do with his butt.
Yeah,
true.
He had cheeks.
I'm excited though. Like when they first announced this last year, the big thing was, why is Chris Pratt Mario? But I feel like I don't like the way he sounds, but if you compare it to everything else that we saw, I can let it slide. Maybe I could maybe let it slide.
I think if this movie is as good as this trailer looks, I'll forgive it because Bowser only goes and we getting Jack Black voice and I was comfortable.
But it fits though. Like When they announced Jack Black as Bowser, I was like, this fits. I'm with this.
But who would have fit as Mario? Like right now, like just give me an actor.
I can't. Like
They
America,
couldn't either.
because this was the debate. This was the debate when they first announced that Chris Pratt was going to be Mario, and everybody was like, Chris Pratt, and I was like, but who else would you have chosen to voice
Probably be from
Mario?
Jersey Shore.
And
Yeah, buddy. Like what? Like who we gonna do, bro?
let's be for real.
That's what I'm saying.
You're being
Who
for
could we
real
have
right
picked?
now.
I'm saying who else could we have picked? No, I'm saying there is no other option.
Gotcha. I thought that was your actual answer.
Oh,
to the question.
no.
I thought it was too.
I was making a joke because I was like,
I thought he was dead.
No, because like I was like, what other Italians do we know like in pop culture? Like all I can think of is Jersey Shore. I'm like, we ain't got no actors for Mario.
Nah, like the only thing that I can give Chris Pratt this is that Chris Pratt has done voice acting for other movies on the scale. Like he was the main protagonist in the Lego movie. So he has the experience to do it. It's just that Chris Pratt being Super Mario is just wouldn't make sense in my head. It's like SpongeBob, Patrick, and the baby clown.
Why that comparison?
For real though. But moving into the next trailer, because I do want to get into this before we gotta go. I called it that the trailer that dropped this past Monday, October 3rd, was gonna be the ticket drop for Wakanda Forever. So the trailer that came out, some things that I noticed. One, they showed Ironheart in her full suit. So yeah. And to shut down all of the rumors, to shut down all of the conversation, we got a full look at the next Black Panther. And that's a lady, y'all.
Yeah.
I don't care which way you try to write it, which way you turn your screen, how many times you didn't watch that trailer. That's a lady in
that Panther has
that
some
Black
bosom.
Panther.
It did. It was a woman. Like come on.
But why would you say it like that?
Mario have no booty. Wario has a booty. Yeah, that Panther has some bosom. Come on, bro. What? What's the difference?
It's the statement. It's the statement that Black Panther has some bosom. It's the statement.
I didn't want to say the more derogatory terminology. Is that what you're upset about?
Just say the Black Panther suit had feminine features, maybe.
If we can say Wario got some booty, I can't say the Panther has some bosom.
I'm just saying the way that it came out of your mouth, it wasn't appealing to my ears. But let's move past that. let's move past that, please. But there is a female, there is a woman in the Black Panther suit. My assumption is that it's Shuri.
Mm-hmm.
I have seen a theory on Twitter that it could be multiple people, multiple females taking on this suit. Like it could be 3. What it sounded like to me is that it is a possibility that there are going to be multiple Black Panthers in this movie.
When you say multiple Black Panthers, like different warriors and people are like putting on the suit, are you saying that Shuri's getting that second suit that Killmonger had? Like what you?
It sounds like that we will have like the suit that we saw, then there's gonna be another one, and then there might be another one. Like
interesting.
It's not it. The theory was that there's going to be multiple people taking on the suit.
So for our memory,
it's not going to be a straight down one person to one person.
From what?
Go ahead, Ralph.
From our memory, from trailer 1 to trailer 2, was it any differences that you even noticed from the difference in suits?
So from the first trailer, the first suit that we saw, it wasn't a lot of it, but it was a black suit and it had like gold accent in it.
Mhm.
But it was a daytime setting. In this trailer, this suit is one in a nighttime setting. It was black. I think it had majority like silver accents. And then it had that purple kinetic stuff that we saw in Black Panther 1 in it. So it's possible that that could have been two suits that we saw.
I will say this for the people who are arguing about can't nobody be the new Black Panther because Chadwick did such a good job versus the people who are like we need a recast. I will say that this is a good solution to kind of postpone making an official new Black Panther if they do go that route. I could see how
Yeah.
that's like a neither of y'all necessarily get exactly what you want, but we give you a solid workaround so that y'all can be okay until the next movie. So I could see that theory if that's what they decided on. I could see that working. I could see that working.
I think it would be dope because if there, it depends. I could see it as them going the route of, Black Panther is not just this one person. Like what he represents is not
Mm-hmm.
just one person.
Right.
And, the whole thing being Wakanda Forever, like, when you put this suit on, you are Wakanda. It's not just Black Panther, you know. So I can see that. And I can see it being like you said, a good, if this is true, that this would be a good compromise of who's going to solely be taking on the mantle as Black Panther. Like
Because comic,
we avoid that whole conflict that we had in Falcon and the Winter Soldier of who's going to be the next Captain America. Like it's either going to be US agent or it's going to be Sam. Like we had that whole conflict of one of the other. Like this erases that whole conflict area if they do
Mm-hmm.
that.
it does. Because comic
Agreed.
book lore wise, Shuri does become the Black Panther at some point, right?
Yep.
So, and if they don't immediately jump to that, this is a good. That theory got some oomph to it.
Yeah. And it really just goes into how they play it out as well because Shuri is next in line to be Black Panther because she's next in line to the throne.
Facts.
Right.
So I wonder if it might be a thing like Shuri doesn't really want to take on the mantle, but somebody, has to put on the suit. Or she doesn't want to be solely responsible for Wakanda, So let's split it up, that we're all Black Panthers in our own way. So I don't know. I guess we'll have to see. We will have to see. They also, with this trailer, they also officially announced that Namor is not the antagonist of this movie. So at this point, we don't know who's the antagonist of this movie.
So, huh? Is it America? Like what?
I don't know.
America.
From what I can gather, it's basically like, on one end, we did have that scene where some militia, I'm not going to say it's USA, some militia wants to use vibranium. Like Black Chadwick's gone, T'Challa's gone. So now it's like, the vibranium is up for grabs. But that doesn't necessarily make them the main antagonists either.
So
I'm
what
interested to
about
see how Namor gets involved to begin with. What's up, Ralph?
so what about
This movie, how
the
long
people that
again?
was over the Black Widows? Could it be them?
They gone.
They're gone. They're all
Talking about the
gone.
Red Room?
Yeah. Are they all gone?
Well, the leader, Dreykov, is definitely dead because Natasha killed him in Black Widow. Like, they crashed that whole... When he was trying to escape in that helicopter and Yelena blew up that whole that man dead. And they freed all the other. Yelena's whole thing, if you remember from the Hawkeye series, was to go out and free the remaining widows. So I wouldn't say the Red Room is involved in this at all.
My thinking cap is on. I'm trying to figure out.
Who was Killmonger work? Killmonger was completely independent, if I remember correctly from the original book.
Killmonger worked for himself. My theory on this is that however Namor gets involved, whoever is behind him getting involved is the antagonist of this movie.
Yeah, like it could have been Namor's original enemy, but now it's like
or
the enemy of my enemy is my ally.
Somebody did something to get him involved, and it could have been like Wakandans versus Atlanteans, and then they realized like, yo, we got some misinformation, like why we fighting each other, and it's this whole separate entity that's been like pinning them against each other the whole time while they scurry around the conflict and go get what they want.
Okay, let's get it popping.
I'm ready. Oh. I got my tickets. I'm ready.
I got mine too. Oh,
I still have to get mine. But what's crazy and what I've realized, people do not buy tickets to movies anymore.
Oh yeah, when Fook said get your tickets, I was like, man, that whole theater was open for me.
It depends on the movie, to me, honestly. Because when I went to go buy my tickets for Wakanda Forever, that whole theater was empty. Mm-hmm. But when I went to go buy my tickets for Multiverse of Madness, I had to wait in line for 30 minutes on Fandango.
Yeah, and I wonder if the hype for this new phase of MCU movies has kind of died down because of the lackluster past phase. Because like right now, it's like we had the Avengers, like everybody was looking forward to the Avengers, and now that big bad is gone, and we've cycled through quite a bit of MCU movies, the hype could have died down. Maybe some folks are like,
it could.
If I see it, I see it.
It could be because of one, Wakanda Forever, T'Challa's gone. We already went through this whole uproar of how they were going to handle that. So, and then with Wakanda Forever being in like that sole black movie out of the whole MCU, like look at Multiverse of Madness, who was casted in that, who was the selling point on that, and then look at Wakanda Forever. Like, and I'm not saying this because like one movie is gonna be better than the other. I think Wakanda Forever is gonna be damn good, but that's just something to think about too.
Yeah.
I mean, I know and then I'm going to see
one. It's all like Wakanda's like straight up. This is the black MCU movie, and they took away. I won't say take away. They're not recasting T'Challa, like the Black Panther, the first one. They're not recasting him, so then you lose that black male figure that probably would have brought everybody to buy their tickets. Like, let's. I'm asking the question. Let's think about it. If Chadwick hadn't passed, or if they had recasted T'Challa, them seats might have been sold out.
I ain't gonna lie, I would have bought my ticket quicker if T'Challa was still here.
And that's what I'm saying.
Still here. Yeah.
And that's what I'm saying.
I'm be real.
Like,
yeah.
I think some people might be hesitant because of the changes they had to make for Wakanda Forever. And some people could have completely lost interest because of the changes that they had to make in this movie.
That's fair.
Yeah.
That's fair.
But they did say that Wakanda Forever is going to directly tie into the storyline for Secret Invasion. So I would get my tickets if I was y'all.
All right.
We gonna see though. Mob review, Wakanda Forever. Catch us. Blerd Mob Podcast.
Don't forget Super Mario. We gotta see that. We gotta see that too.
We have to. What's up, y'all? If you enjoyed this video, make sure you hit that subscribe button so you can get more updates from the mob. For the full discussion and more discussions like this one, click the link in the description. Thanks for watching.
Rock with it, let me pop my shit. Let me pop my shit. Hands up.